Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Sonny here, back at it again with another Neverwinter video. By the title and thumbnail, you know what we're going to be talking about. Patch notes for Mod 19, which is dropping June 30th today if you are watching live. So without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into it. Now, I want to make, as always, a link down in the description box below to this article, because I am not going to be covering all individual patch notes to specific classes, just because for certain classes there is a lot to cover. So if you are looking for those, you're definitely going to have to want to check out this website for yourself. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. New campaign, Path of the Falling. Now, as always with every new campaign, we know you need it in order to unlock the new trial as well as more boom points, so nothing too crazy there. Zariel's Challenge, we know that is the new trial that is coming to Mod 19. I haven't seen any gameplay of it, and all I'm hoping is it's just not as dumb as Tom. Now, I know some people might not. I know some people might like Tom, but I feel as a whole, a majority of the community, that dungeon can just get put in a vault. That dungeon could just get put in a vault, man. Now, here it is. Here it is. Class bounces. And there is a lot. Now, we will be talking about the scaling changes. Now, the way scaling works right here provides ratings, players' ratings, damage, hit points will now be scaled proportionally based on their overall loadout rather than scaled on individual items, maximum item levels. So we are going to see the scaling changes in Mod 19. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they make things a little bit better and a little bit smoother. But let's keep it going. Oh, real quick. I did skip over the healing adjustments, but that's just because there's way too much to talk about in this video. If you want to know the healing adjustments, this is an entirely separate article that is just as long as this one, because there's a lot that goes on with the new update to healing. Now, it's either going to be two ways. You're either going to like it or you're not. I'm not really sure why they made adjustments to it. I didn't think anything personally was wrong with healing, but maybe it was too easy. But there it is, guys. Yeah, but for this video, we are just going to keep it pushing. The trade bar store update, I did make a video explaining this one, and I believe they were pretty pinpoint accuracy in terms of the prices of things on the trade bar store. 1,000 for rank 14s, not even for rank 14s. Rank 15s is 1,000. I'm not sure if the artifacts are going to be 1,000 a pop at Epic. That's a little bit still weird to me, but we'll see when it goes live. Guild protection. Now, this is just for people who honestly buy and sell their guilds. This is just so when somebody gets added into the guild at a rank 7, there's just a longer extended time where they can't do anything right here. A provisional state for up to 2 weeks. So just a pretty much, from what I can see, a 2-week waiting time before you can sell your guild. In short, that's pretty much what that is, I would say. So yeah, if anybody who knows people who do it, just tell them now. You better plan that shit 2 weeks in advance. Let's just keep it going. Content and environment. I'm just gonna skip over a couple of these because these are just more like minor changes. Yeah, you see minor issues in text, quest, environments. Okay. Combat and powers. This is where we're going to get to the class balances. And as you guys can see, I'm going to scroll down it real quick. There is a lot to cover for each individual class. And I don't want to make this video too long. That's why I will leave a link in the description to it if you want to check it out for your specific class. But here we go for the artifacts. The Forge Hammer of Gond. I know a couple of people that use this still. The artifact is now limited to 20%. To be comparable with other damage resistant artifacts, and the duration has been increased to 10 seconds. The Sigil of the Paladin did receive a nerf to the healing that it could be done by it, pretty much stating that it won't be as effective healing. The Sigil of the Fighter has been adjusted to no longer block more damage than 25% of your maximum hit points per individual block, down from almost 1 million damage. The cooldown for artifacts have been standardized per rank. Artifacts like Heart of the Fire Heart of the Dragon, among others, no longer have their recharge rate modified. What I'm thinking that means is those artifacts out there that if you don't hit no enemies, you can use it again in 15 seconds, no longer are in the game. Regardless if you hit an enemy or not, you're still going to have to wait 60 seconds. Moving on, we're just going to, maybe you don't want to pause the video right now, I'll go through it a little bit slowly, but I'll just give you guys a general consumption about a lot of these things. Majority of the at-wills and counter powers either received magnitude increases or reductions in terms of cooldowns. So, I mean, I didn't see too many nerfs here. Honestly, I didn't see too many nerfs. Now, of course, some classes did get more changes than others, but that's just Neverwinter. They always pick and choose to have their favorite classes each module. I feel with this module, Warlocks are on the up and up. So, hey, it's been a while since Warlocks had that top spot. I don't hate on it. You know, it's just, I know it happens. I know it happens. Well, here we go. Let's just keep it going. Companions, the Bullet Pup's presence. This power now properly restores 15 to 20% of the player's max HP over 5 seconds, instead of restoring 15 to 20% every second for 5 seconds. So, Solate's Wisdom. This power's cooldown. Pig Instincts. I don't even think too many people use these, but we'll read them real quick. Restored by this power has been reduced to 3 seconds, down from 5%, to better fall in line with other similar companion powers. Now, I noticed that's what they're doing with a lot of these changes as well, is they want to make almost all the things the same in terms of companions and artifacts. I don't know why they're doing that. It's a little weird to me, but I guess maybe they're thinking it's just going to make the game have more versatility, so there's not, you know, if everybody does 3% extra damage boosts, I guess then you just pick and choose which one you want. So I can see it as both ways. I can see it as a double-edged sword. Item powers, Ebonized Gear, Butcher's Might. The maximum stack count of this field has been reduced to 5, down from 10. Whoa, buddy. Now, I didn't know this was coming. So anybody out there who using the Ebonized chest, it's not going to be best in slot anymore as far as I can tell, because to drop it down to 5 all the way up from 10, that's cutting that power down in half. Oh yeah, there's going to be way better beasts. So right there, they're trying to minimize people using this gear. I knew it was only a matter of time, but hey, when they do stuff like this, they need to come out with better chess pieces then. I don't know if Mod 19 has better chess pieces, but they better. They better. Oh man, pack mentality. This item now properly functions for augment companions. Mounts. Here we go. The Celestial Lion, the shield granted by it is now capped at 120k, 30% of 400k maximum hit points. Okay. I'm not really sure. The shield is now capped at 120k, comma, 30% of 400,000. So did that go down? So you're telling me the Celestial Lion now gives less shield. Okay, so all you PvP players out there, or even who use this in PvE, I believe this means that it's now less of a blue shield, which is a little silly because it's a legendary mount, right? The Celestial Lion. Okay, mounts and insignias. Knight's Defense. This insignia bonus should now work correctly, triggered as described. I'm not sure what this insignia bonus is. Power slotting. Players may no longer incorrectly swap enchantments, companion powers of equipment, yada yada yada, or insignias during combat. Wow. Items or powers or insignias during combat. Now this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting because I know a lot of people who will switch out their powers during boss fights. So from this is saying to me, it sounds like you can't even do that. Whatever you go into that fight with is what you have to use the entirety of the fight. Interesting. Interesting change there. Now that could be how that worked. I'm not sure. The size of Dragonborn player character collision has been reduced to match all other playable character races. The size of the Dragonborn player character collision has been reduced to match. So did they make it smaller? I don't know what that means. I'm thinking that means it made it smaller, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. General artifact weapons. All Guardian primary weapons up to mod 11 have their FG gem slot unlocked. Okay, so just a quick change there. Marbled Stallion. This mount is now available in the rewards claim agent for characters who have leveled their characters prior to Cimarron lockboxes being added to the level progression. Okay, so a free Marbled Stallion if you were here prior to the Shimmering lockbox. Interesting. Various minor item issues. Okay, PvP. The PvP seasonal store will now offer rank 13 enchantments and runestones and rank 12 armor and weapon enchantments, replacing their old rank 10 offerings. The prices remain the same. Okay, guys, so more people may be incentivized to play PvP now because now they're giving rank 13s and rank 12s. Okay. I see you, Neverwinter. Refinement. Insignias may now be converted into insignia powder. Now, I didn't get a chance to cover all the insignia changes on the channel. I'm not entirely sure how this is working exactly, but the insignia powder can now be used to upgrade insignias. This should reduce the need to hold on to spare insignias in order to upgrade an epic one to legendary. Okay. So just real quick from what I'm seeing there is insignias will require, it's almost like refinement, but for insignias. As a result, insignias can no longer be converted to refinement points. Okay, so yeah. Instead of being converted into refinement points, it's going to be converted into insignia powder, which then in turn increases. I like that. I kind of like that. Instead of just keeping so many damn insignias, you can now just convert them into powder and use them whenever you feel like it. Vendors. The bounty store has been added to Protector's Enclave. New items have been added to the Seals of the Adventure store. The Taroka deck. This store that sells Taroka cards now shows items that can't be purchased, with errors messages explaining why. The Zen Market. With the launch of Avernus, Deliverer's Expedition Pack and Falling Apprentice Pack will no longer be available for purchase in the Zen Market. So 2 previous Expedition Packs, they're just going to remove them out of the game. Not that big of a deal. I don't remember if there was anything too crazy in those ones that any of those contents items are going to spike up in price, but I could be wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head. The new character button should now have its text fit no matter the location. Okay, so just user interface changes. Commands. The target command is no longer available. Several minor issues. Example, text placement overlapping in certain interfaces. Inventory. Starting player's bag size is now 42 slots to match the current largest purchasable bag. When pre-bag display is activated, the sort button now. Okay. Well, damn, bro. I just made a new guy. So I wonder now if everybody's bag, their first slot is going to be 42. That's pretty good. I actually like that change. Small changes like that make me a little happy. I mean, it's not game changing, but now we get more bag space. Get more bag space to hold junk. Hold more junk. Open world map. Locations on the open world map show a minimum and maximum level. Players may still enter certain zones outside of the level range, but this will better communicate the expected level. Okay, so now I guess it will show you just how many people are there. Show minimum. Okay, pretty cool. So another thing right there, just a quick added to the map. Art, animation, several minor issues, camera shake. Whirlpool visuals should no longer okay. The performance of the quest tracker should be significantly better than before. Good to know because that quest tracker is pretty dookie. And then known issues. When players select convert refinement from the item's refinement menu, it incorrectly opens the item conversion window rather than the convert RP window. Okay, guys. Wow. So, mod 19 is here. And mod 19 is coming with some big changes. I want to know down in the comments box below. What are you guys your honest opinions on the mod 19 changes to classes and and if you're a healer out there, I want to know what you guys think about the healing changes. Anyway, guys, it has been your boy Sonny here, and as always, I'll check you out on the next adventure. Peace out.